welcome to Ekate's Crossing. Okay, so we've got the star-crossed A Love and Romance Astrological Oracle Deck and Guidebook by Colin Biddle. Okay, so kind of interesting there. It does come in a two-piece box. It does have quite a big guidebook. There is quite a lot to it, so it's going to take a bit of study, a bit of learning about the cards. Again, you're going to have to use the guidebook to work with the cards, unless you're an astrologist to know about that sort of thing in depth. But for me, of course, I'm not an astrologist, so I will definitely be using the guidebook. Now, there's quite a lot to the guidebook in regards to the answers of the cards or the meaning of the cards, depending whether it's a single reading or a couple's reading. So there's quite a bit in it. It does come with, of course, the houses, the aspects, the houses, the astrological signs, the planets. There's quite a lot to it, so it's going to be quite a bit there. So let's have a look at the cards themselves. Okay, so that's the back of the card. Now, it does have the different colours depending on what they are, of course. So you've got the planets there, okay, and you've got the signs, and of course you've got the houses, and then of course you've got the aspects. So you can see the different colors depending on what they are. So you've got planets, signs, houses and aspects. So you've got quite a bit there in regards to that. So let's have a look at these cards. Okay, we're going to start with the aspects here. So we've got polarity, and you can see the imagery on the cards, which is quite nice. So it sort of adds another aspect to the meanings. I think you could use these cards. So, okay, so we've done the aspects, now going into the houses. So I sort of need to dive into these a little bit more. It's going to take me a bit of study here, which is going to be interesting. Okay, so we've got the zodiac signs, sun signs, and then we've got the planets. So yeah, interesting. Okay, so you could mix the cards up and do them each set. You could mix them all up and do them as one card, or you can separate them and choose one card from each thing. Okay, so let's start with planets. Let's have a look. Let's mix them up. Okay, Uranus. So let's have a look and see what that one's about. Oops. Sorry. Okay, it's going to take a minute to do it. Okay, this is about lightening up. So sort of uplifting the energy, making things a bit more fun. It's kind of interesting there. So let's have a look here. In ancient traditions, spiritual, okay, so let me have a look at this. Healing powers. Right, let's have a look. In ancient traditions, to spiritual shindig kicked off without a comedic warm-up act. Uranus declares it's time for your own comedy special. Time for your own comedy special. Time for your own comedy special. Time to have some fun. Humor, the relationship superhero, diffuses tension, humanizing conflicts, and depolarizing stances. Uranus wants to turn conflicts into comedy gold. So it really is about having some fun. Maybe it's time to have some fun in the situation. Kind of interesting. Okay, so let's do science and the signs. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean your zodiac sign or your partner's zodiac sign. It could mean an aspect of the sign. So we've got Taurus. Okay, so maybe you need to bring a little bit of that Taurus energy into your relationship. So maybe, or into your life in some way. So you've got to have some fun, lighten up, have a bit of comedy. Maybe it's time for some laughter. Now it's time for the Taurus energy to come in. Okay, so with Taurus, it's about making decisions. Okay, with Taurus, it's about making decisions. It's an earth element, of course. Planetary ruler is Venus. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's have a look in the singles. Ever feel stuck in your decisions? Yeah, it is about making decisions. I think it's about time for you to get a bit of clarity in the relationship and what's going on, whatever that relationship is for you. It's time to have a bit of fun, have a thing, but also get a bit of clarity about what's going on, what needs to do. There's a need for, I get the sense of like communication with it. It's definitely about decisions. Be careful about being a bull in a china shop sort of energy. Okay, so the next one we're looking at here is family. Okay, so we're looking at aspects of the family. So there could be some family influence. And here I'm not getting a sense, I'm not sure what's in the book, but I'm just saying I'm getting a sense of a family. Maybe there's some family influence within this relationship. Maybe there's things of the past that could be influencing the relationship on some way. There's definitely some sort of family connection that could be influencing the relationship. So that might be why maybe you need family for support in some way. But let's have a look and see what it says in the houses. Okay, it's the fourth house, of course. Okay, empathy. So yes, some empathy. So it's about having that maybe some sense of support from your family could be really important in regards to this relationship. Okay, I'm not going to go into all the details with all the meanings of the cards, but I just want to get into a bit of a, you know, what would they mean when we look at this on an overview sort of thing. Not going too deep. Okay, so we've got the sextile, and with the birds here I'm getting the sense of flying, soaring. But let's see what it says in the book. What's the meaning for the sextile? So the aspects of it. Okay, chemistry. Chemistry for me is that sense of the energies, the vibration, the connection within the relationship. So maybe it's about looking honestly within oneself with the connection within that relationship. So we've got the sense of maybe time to have a bit of fun within the relationship, time to have a bit of a laughter, time to sort of lighten the mood within the relationship in some way. There could be a sense of just having a sense of communication could be really, really important into this relationship. Decisions that need to be made. Have a sense of clarity. Maybe some family support could really help within this relationship as well. Maybe you can talk to somebody within the family. And with this one here, I get that sense of the chemistry, the energy of the whole thing. So maybe it's time to really look honestly at the chemistry, the connection that you have here. It's time to sort of dive into that energy, that that connection you have within the relationship on many levels. So an interesting combination of cards there for the reading. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded.